Hey, did you miss me? Oh, God dang it, I missed you. Let's do this.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty dickheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is what is today? Wednesday, September 8th, 2021, and this is episode number 327 of Barry on Deck. As always, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, do yourself a favor and call my guys over at the AP Law Group. Do not get bullied by those insurance companies. Call the AP Law Group. 713-913-GO-AP or online at aplawgroup.com. Hey, hi, oh my God. I missed you guys. It's been like 1 week since you looked at me. Okay, I better stop. I'll get a goddamn... Oh, good thing the swear jar is not a thing yet. I'll get a copyright strike just messing around, having a good time. Hey, thanks for joining the show. This is my little corner of the interwebs and the YouTubes, and I was first on the third stream. There was no third stream. That was YouTube acting like a bitch and crossing wires, and we'll be fine, okay? Excuse me. I just ate. I had my free Chick-fil-A sandwich. Did you guys get your Chick-fil-A sandwich? Thank you, Jose Altuve. All right. We got a good show planned for you today. I got a lot of fun to get to. I have so many film sessions in the backlog. We're literally going to do a film session every day this week and still have enough left over for next week. So we've got film sessions out the wazoo. I've got Jerome Solomon joining me today for Anything Goes. We're going to get his thoughts on several things going on in the Houston sports landscape. And then we've got to talk about all the stuff we always talk about, all the crazy, wild, wacky things that go on in the sports world and beyond. So we're going to get to all that. But as we always do, I always want to start the show. Oh, shit. I didn't bring over my slides. Let me get rid of all this. I don't need none of this, none of that. Close all that. I forgot to bring over my slides, you guys. I knew there was some. I'm rusty, right? Like I haven't done this in a while. I'm out of sorts, as the kids would say. I guess the kids would say that. I don't know. But I do have slides prepared. Fear not, and I have plenty of videos for us to discuss as well. But we always start with the greatest decade of the history of the world, at least for the next 2 hours, and that is John motherfreaking Phil Flying Dory. John, buddy, thank you for being here first. Thank you for showing up early, actually on time, and getting it in. You were the first in the chat. You were first at the super chat, first like. My friend, you are a Triple Crown winner. Jeff Bell, put it down, put it in the books. Please write John Dory's name in the book of fame, going down as a Triple Crown winner. So my friend John, you were the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for the next 2 hours, and then you're just back to regular old ass, boring, nobody likes John. I mean, that was probably aggressive. I'm sure people like you, all right? That was my fault, John. People love you, John. I love you. I'm sure you have at least like one family member that tolerates you to a certain degree, maybe. I don't know. I don't live in your world, John. Do people like you? I feel like they would, maybe. Listen, it doesn't matter at this point. Hey, let's do the rest of the chat. We do the chat. That's the shout out to the chat. I see John. I see Keith. Wallace, what's up, dude? CC is in the building. She said, all by yourself, John. Yes, indeedy it was. Alan Denson is here. Donna, my sweet Donna, how are you? Fidel and Francisco. He said the Congolese representative of the Deckheads wishes y'all high from high. Okay, Cisco, we know you're not Congolese. We definitely know. I mean, it's just a hunch. Call it a hunch. Rev House is in the building. What's up, buddy? Chris Reyes is here. Jeremy Binniger is in the building. Uriel Villanueva, Jared Taylor, Brandon Gary. You guys, Brandon Gary sent me $5 on the Venmos. And he said, Josh Reddick, I'm sorry. He sent the little emoticons, he sent that right there. That was, it says, paid you $5, Josh Reddick, I'm sorry. We're going to talk about that. I got drugged by Astros Twitter. A bunch of yokel ass, hillbilly, redneck. And by the way, I'm glad there's no swear jar. I'm going to curse a lot when I go off about Astros Twitter. So just be prepared for that, okay? If you're in a maybe a kid-friendly environment, or you have children in the car, or in the home office, or maybe you're on speaker in your cubicle at the place where you work, go ahead and get your earphones, because when I get to the the incident that happened this weekend, it's not going to be pretty. Okay, so get your earphones ready, people. Hey, what's up, Walt? Good to see you, TDP. Rudolph Rodriguez is in the building as well. I dig it. Who else is here? Terrence J. What's up, dude? Eric Resendez, Aaron Bryant, Drew Anderson. Happy NFL Eve. I know. I can't wait. Dandy Dan is here. G-Man, what up, dog? See, G-Man gets it. He said, Barry's like Gandalf the Grey from Lord of the Rings. A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. Yeah, except like I forgot to brush my teeth and take my vitamins, and then I had to pee, and then I had to get a backup drink, and then YouTube acted like a bitch. So that's why I was late today. Hi, Jen. How are you, sweetie? Jared Taylor is here. Alex Villanueva. Oh, man, it's so good to be back with you guys. Who else is here? Black Sheep, what's up? Todd the Show. Philip Barnard, what's up? No, it wasn't Oliver. It was all me. Juan Gonzalez, what's up, Playboy? Who else? Steven Luther, Jeff Bell. What's up, dude? Joe Hernandez. Welcome back, Barry. Hey, man, welcome back to you, Joel. Thanks for coming back, actually. It's always nerve-wracking when there's that much time off that no one's going to show up. Everyone's like, I don't do that no more. Whatever. Thomas Brady, I just casually win games. Well done, Troll Brady. Well done indeed. You did try to save me, Todd. Fuck them hoes. Did I hang the placard? No, it's still in the old express priority. I got to get to that. We're gonna get to that. House that I was sitting on the other show like an asshole. Yeah, I gotta stop that. Oh my God, here we go. We have more trolls. We have casual Tom Brady and casual white guy. Okay, listen. I don't mind a little trolling. You guys have your fun. Don't let it get out of hand. That's all I'm saying. Just don't let it get out of hand. Just be cool. Feel free to troll. I don't give a shit, but just don't get crazy. Okay. I don't have to start talking about your moms casually. Of course, I would ever do that aggressively. I would casually talk about your moms, and I would never call you guys losers for having troll accounts and nothing better to do. I just wouldn't do that. I'm a much better person than that. I don't come on YouTube and say, listen, if you create troll accounts to just post on random YouTube channels, you're a fucking loser. I don't do that. I don't say like you probably have never been laid in your life, or maybe if you had, it was like an ugly chick or your uncle. I don't say those things. Okay. Let's start the show. I got a lot to get to. We do. And Jerome Solomon joining me at some point, either in hour 1 or hour 2. I never know when Jerome's going to pop in. He's just going to be here. Donna said, I'll say it. No, Donna, we're not going to call these guys losers. That was a Freudian slip too. We're not going to do that. Okay. Not going to do that. Yeah. House, get ready. I like that all the mods are here today. I would 4 days off. 4 days, no show. Come back, trolls immediately. It's got to be Astros Twitter trolling. Let's talk about it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So, get your earphones. This next little thing is going to be not safe for work because I'm certainly going to cuss. That's just going to happen. So, I'm a little bothered by this. And I probably shouldn't be. I mean, it's not like I give a shit in the grand scheme of things, but it just was like the audacity of some of these dumb motherfuckers that tweeted at me over the weekend. So I think it was Was it Monday? Sunday or Monday? I don't know. Whatever fucking game it was. I'm watching the Astros. Yeah, Astros Twitter on the attack for nonsense. Color me shocked. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, John, and that's the thing. Like John says, let's go Stros, and I hate the fucking woo. See, that's the problem. You can love the Astros, as I do, and hate the woo, as I do. I hate the wave, the woo, that the National League doesn't have the DH. There's certain things right now that I think need to be changed in baseball, and I'd start with those three. So it was Josh Reddick night. I don't know what it was. I'm just watching the game, and they haven't even showed Reddick on the screen. No one has acknowledged that Josh Reddick is there. Okay. And Donna can back you up on this because it was Monday's game and people were like, but they said it, and people walked over, and Donna was in the stadium and she said, we had no clue that he was there, but people were wooing anyways. So I'm sure somebody knew, like one jackwad in the stands was like, I think that's Josh Reddick. I should know. I've jerked off to his baseball card several times with no lube, just the chaw spit. It turns your dick black, but it's all right. It's a good time. These are the kind of yokels I feel like I'm dealing with when it comes to this fucking wooing. So Donna's like, yeah, we didn't know. There was just fucking people wooing and it was annoying. Well, I couldn't imagine being in the stadium because at home, I'm watching, woo! Woo! And my wife goes, what the fuck is that? I was like, oh, it's just some inbred yokel motherfuckers at the Astros game yelling like they were born in a goddamn trailer in Southern Alabama instead of acting like a fucking adult at a baseball game. Oh no, look at me. I'm a high school 12-year-old that needs attention, so I'm going to go to a baseball game where it's fucking 1/4 full and start wooing so everyone could notice me. Hey guys, I'm wooing. Woo! Huh? Why is everybody giving me the finger? I don't know. Woo! Okay. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, grow up, dude. And I'm all for having fun. And I get it. When he was there, it was still annoying as fuck, though. It's like the vuvuzelas in fucking, or however the fuck you say it. It's like Cypher's in, just like Yankees represent, fuck the Mets. I'm bitching about the Astros right now, Cypher. Get in line. So they got this guy's fucking wooing for no reason, and then I tweet about it. I'm like, why the fuck are we wooing? And then they're going to do the wave, man. Fuck, I'm so sick of baseball fans. Like, get your shit together. Well, then people start telling me, well, so after I tweeted that, shortly after that, they show Josh Reddick. They're like, Josh Reddick is here tonight. I was like, oh, well, some asshole saw that he was there and started wooing. That's what it was. And then they put him on the big screen. And now all 38 attention whore 12-year-old grown-ass men start wooing in the stadium. And it's fucking got so bad, I just turned the game off. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. This is unwatchable. This is unwatchable. Just turned the game off and missed a lot of scoring, apparently. And none by the guys wooing. We know they're virgins. So, apparently, Justin Swiffer said even Ric Flair hates it now. Oh, yeah. Shelby, the wooing is annoying. No shit. Yep, right by the microphone. These assholes always find the mic and get right by it. Hey, is that a field mic? Woo! 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 Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I do my little Twitter whatever, and I don't know who's like Big Angry. If y'all know who Big Angry is here in Houston, he retweets. He's like, have a Snickers. I was like, I deserve that. That was funny. That's whatever. But apparently, I had no idea because the way my Twitter is set up, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I don't see your tweets or replies. So if I tweet something like, this fucking woo is annoying, it's stupid, the guy doesn't even play here anymore, get over it, Astros fans, you look like fucking idiots. If I tweet that and you don't follow me, but you're like, hey, pal, I'll woo if I want to. Someone is sad and needs to get a life. I won't see that because you don't follow me. So I tweeted it, and Big Angry said something. It was, It was a couple back and forths, and then that was it. I let it go. And then like later that night, somebody was like, man, Barry, you are getting drugged by Astros Twitter. I was like, what? They're like, oh my God, Astros Twitter is calling you all kind of mean names. I was like, really? I didn't, like, none of my notices went off. And then I was like, oh, that's right, because I'm not followed by any of these dumb sons of bitches. None of these assholes follow me, so I don't have to see their bullshit dumb replies. So I go to the thread. If I go there, I can pull it up. And then I start seeing people, hey, fuck this guy. We're woof. We want to woo. And they were fucking, it was the most idiotic, as you might suspect, the most idiotic, childish, lame responses to me complaining about the wooing and how annoying it was. And I was like, I'm reading some of it and I wanted to start responding, and I actually blocked 2 people. Now, you guys know me. In 7 years of radio on ESPN, in 7 years of radio, I've never blocked anyone except for when they corrected my spelling. Now, if they correct my spelling, I'm not a fucking child. There's typos, there's this and that. And apparently I because homophones, words that sound the same but are spelled different, there, and there, your and your, those are my weakness. I fully admit that as a grown adult. I can admit that I type fast. You guys have seen that. I've done a typing test on this show. And I really, I fucked it up. But don't correct me, because I understand that I make those mistakes. So my rule is, if you correct my spelling, I don't care who it is, friends, loved ones, I've blocked family members, but if you do, I'm going to block you on Twitter or wherever it is you've corrected me. So I started reading some of the replies, and immediately the first 2 were like, it's your white. I was like, no, bitch, block. Everybody else that had mean shit, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't even read them. Like House, I had no idea that this was one of them. But I could imagine that was probably 2/3 of the responses. More like, Barry isn't funny. Woo! Like, get the fuck out of here. If you're gonna run me, if you're gonna fucking try to drag me on Twitter, at least be original, you fat son of a bitch. Are you serious? You're the first person that came up with Barry isn't funny? Dude, my wife does that, you dumb motherfuckers. It's ridiculous. They tried to, I'm reading them and I'm laughing. I'm like, could you imagine? I'm speaking right now. I'm not talking to you, chat, to the 47 people that are here right now. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the casual average Astros fan. I'm talking specifically to Astros Twitter. So I just want you and me to chat right now. Okay, so this is just memo or directed to Astros Twitter. You guys can clip this, cut it out, post it on the fucking interwebs. I don't give a fuck, because this is directly at the people that tweeted at me that, by the way, I didn't read your tweets. I'm sorry you wasted your time. But how big of a fucking loser are you that you would be offended by a guy giving his opinion about a team that doesn't employ you, doesn't even know who the fuck you are, and a guy that doesn't play here or know who the fuck you are, but you would act like you play third base for the fucking team. You would act like you are the owner and am personally offended by something said about your team that you own. This team doesn't know you, nor do they give a fuck about you. But you would rather hop on social media and act like you're the goddamn savior of the Houston Astros because someone said they didn't like the wooing. I would like to invite you all 85 retweets and the hundreds of tweets that I got. I would like to invite you all to literally suck the crust off my butthole. Really. You guys are fucking losers. If you go around like me, I don't give a fuck. You can attack me. Trust me. I went night just fine that night. Oh, I just slept so good. I just don't give a fuck because I understand the level of loserdom that it takes to get that upset at somebody's opinion and to go and take personal shots or say whatever in the fuck it is you loser said. And not only that, but you guys do this all the time. It's that Wolfpack mentality. And here's the catch, though. Astros Twitter, let me describe the average Astros Twitter guy. He's probably 38 to 45. Didn't start rooting for the team until 2015 to 2017. Couldn't name you an Astro from the 70s, 80s, or 90s unless their name was Jeff Bagwell or Craig Biggio. Okay? These fucking guys, they have like maybe between 17 and 30 followers. They follow 400 to 500 people. And all they do is look for people that say anything bad about a baseball team that doesn't even know they fucking exist so they can go defend them because they gather all of their self-worth from a couple of tweets defending a baseball team owned by a millionaire who wouldn't know you or give a fuck about you if he ran over you with his fucking Rolls Royce in the streets. These are the level of losers that we're dealing with on the internet that represent the Astros called Astros Twitter. You guys are fucking losers. You understand that, right? Like, hey, let's all Wolfpack mentality and gang up on this person and that person. Suck my dick. Tweet me every night. I wish you would. I hope you watch this and you get angry and you tweet at me. Because you guys are fucking weirdos. Like, get a life. It's disgusting. Yeah, I'm sorry about the suck the crust off my butthole. Maybe I'll... That's very true, John. It's very true. This is what they do it for. Because what happens is they do this. I swear to you, I promise you this is what happens. More like, Barry isn't funny, tweet. Refresh. I got a like. Babe, somebody liked my tweet. No, they fucking liked it. Oh, man, I'm fucking famous now. Somebody liked my tweet. Yeah, I know. Huh? How much is it worth? Well, nothing. Huh? Do the dishes? Okay. Fucking losers. This is what they do it for. Likes. Like 3 of their own friends fucking, oh my God, fucking Astros fan 69 liked my tweet. Hey, I'll buy you a beer at the ballpark. Probably not because I have a shitty job and can't afford beer at the ballpark, but it's the thought that counts. Fucking losers. I warned you, KB Holmes. I said, put in your fucking headphones. I said, put in your earphones. I told you that. I warned you ahead of time. I'm going to curse a lot on this one. I warned you. KB Holmes said, well, my whole office just heard suck my dick. Oh, man. Anyways, so that was my weekend. How was y'all's Labor Day? Buy me a $2 hot dog. Is it not even dollar dogs anymore? Have they raised the prices? This wouldn't surprise. This would be the most Astros thing ever. Did Barry just... Yeah, I think they call it passion. No, that's not fucking passion. That's like, I'm passionate about the Astros. I get mad when they fuck up. I get mad when Dusty Baker doesn't go out and pull Jake Odorizzi early like he should. Yeah, stop crying, Jake. We'll get to that. But are they now charging $2 for hot dogs instead of $1 hot dog? This is what wouldn't surprise me. Now look, they're $2 instead of $1. True, we have doubled the price of dollar hot dog night, but on every hot dog, we slide a championship replica ring on it. Yeah, we do. We put a championship replica ring on your hot dog. Guys, that was 4 years ago. No, but we got a goddamn warehouse full of these replica wings, and we're giving them out. We're putting them on every hot dog. Sometimes we put them on with our mouth. We just. Good Lord, is that true? Deanna spent $42 on dollar hot dogs. That's like 42 hot dogs. I mean, I don't want to say I'm smart, but did you guys just see that? I did the math just on the fly like that. All right, now we're definitely getting a lot of trolls. I'm going to have to, let's see. Let's get rid of all these trolls. Let's see here. Remove. Yeah, you guys just feel free to get rid of all the trolls. I mean, like, if you're going to do it, at least be a good troll, right? Like be a good troll. But most trolls aren't good. They're just kind of fucking lame. So, yeah. Dimata said, you know how much I love F1, but I am not going to troll everyone that doesn't care for it, which is basically everybody. That's my point. Like, if you don't like something I like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't. I don't have time to care about, people that I don't give a shit. Like, I'm living my life hating what I hate and liking what I like. What you like or don't like doesn't affect me. The only thing that affects me is if you're an asshole above the age of 10 at a baseball game, just woo! While I'm trying to enjoy the game. That's not enjoyable at all. Yeah, go get you a blue check mark, Clarence. The Rock trolls are taking over. Is that? Oh, okay. Missed you, Andrew. How you been, buddy? Good to see you here. Mark G said, it was one thing when people wooed at games, but at the damn bar during Astros games, every damn fan wooing like crazy. It's so annoying. Yeah, I know. Like, woo in your house. I don't give a fuck. But if we're out in public and I'm going to listen to this shit, fucking hate y'all. Annoying, man. Anyways. All right, let's get to our sports headlines. Hey, the Texans signed Danny Amendola. Wait, is that sorry, that was a typo. That should have said the Patriots. I don't understand what they're doing. Rex Burkhead, Danny Amendola. I mean, like, what do we, they'll probably go get Cam. Hey, Cam was a Patriot. Let's go get Cam. And you know, this team will sit here and deny to its death that they're not trying to be the Patriots of the South. But yet, just about every move they make is either an ex-Patriot, or when they make the move, tell me if you've heard this before. That's probably something the Patriots would have done, is cut the, you get a guy and you restructure his contract. I'm talking about Shaq Griffin. And then you free up some money, and then he doesn't produce. Oh, you just cut him. You just know, hey, you just got to get rid of it. That's what everything they do is compared to the Patriots. It's pretty disgusting. By the way, AR Platinum, I saw your super chat, buddy. I'm sorry about that. He said, I thought the wooing was stupid too. Then I realized Reddick was in the stands. Was that the same night? Didn't you block OU Mike? There's a lot wrapped up in this super chat, buddy. Thank you for your generosity. You obviously popped in late. I talked about why when I tweeted it out, and then once they acknowledged that Reddick was there was a gap between those two. So there were already assholes wooing before they even put Josh Reddick on the fucking screen. So just so we're clear, one yokel, one fucking hillbilly, one fucking loser saw Josh Reddick and started wooing. The motherfucker doesn't play anymore, okay? If he throws out the first pitch and you want to fucking woo while he's out there, cool. But then once he goes and sits down, end of transaction, shut the fuck up. For example, let me just this, okay? I'm still angry about it. Jose Cruz, everybody knows. I should say everybody. Except like 90% of Astros Twitter, which are fucking bandwagon fans that never watched the Jose Cruz at bat in their fucking life. But I remember the coolest thing in the world was being at the Astrodome with my dad. Him shit-faced drunk, but Jose Cruz coming up and the whole Astrodome going, Cruz, instead of, sounding like booze. I remember that. That was awesome. So if Jose Cruz, if Cheo, by the way, none of Astros Twitter would have told you that they called him Cheo because they're fucking bandwagon fans. If Cheo comes out one night to throw out the first pitch and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, throwing out the first pitch, Jose Cruz. And then the fans would be like, Cruz. And then he'd throw out the first pitch and they'd be like, Cruz. And that would be the end of the fucking transaction. In the fifth inning, for no goddamn reason, some idiot in the stands is going to go, Cruz. He's going to look, they're going to throw him out. They're going to be like, this guy's on crack. Get him the fuck out of here. Nobody's cruising because the guy's sitting down there just fucking minding his business. So why the fuck are you wooing? Idiots, man. I swear to God. Where's Lisa's super chat? I got to get to that too. I'm exhausted from this rant, by the way. Lisa, sweetie, thank you for the super chat. I very much appreciate it. She said 40 people need to hit the thumbs up. You goddamn right they do. We're at 48. Thank you, Lisa, for the reminder. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. I promise you it's not like this every day. Hey, what the hell? I just cut off early. I didn't get to the ding. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, do it. Turn on the notifications. Yeah, you did pop in late. Well, no shit. It's almost like I was here the whole time and monitoring the chat and seeing who was here. It's almost like I know what's going on my own show. Even though I'm busy screaming and lashing out like a weirdo. Where's Keith Sager's thing at? There we go. There's a big old, let's just read this book together. I think the biggest talking point, most Astros Twitter are as bandwagon as they come. They don't understand what we witnessed through 2008 and 2016. They were ghosts. Exactly. None of them sat through a 100-loss season. They showed up in 2015 and were like, I don't like the Royals. Bitch, you couldn't name one fucking Astro from 1993. I promise you that. You couldn't name one Astro from 1986. Who'd they play in the playoffs? These guys don't know this shit. I guarantee you, if I was not on Twitter where they can fucking Google shit, I promise you, you line me up 10 Astros Twitter accounts that talk shit to me. I'll let you randomly pick them and let me ask them Astros trivia questions prior to 2015. None of them would get a 50% grade. I promise you that. Donna, you understand, like, at 86, I was in fucking junior high. I wasn't even in high school yet. Like, dude, I remember all the way back to fucking, I could name you Astros from the 80s and shit. Not even the J.R. Richard, Nolan Ryan era. Bill Dorn, Bob Knepper, Charlie Kerfeld smoking heaters in the bullpen, wearing his cone head thing. What? No, don't, no. And some of you may have to Google that. Cool, do it. You're not out here acting like you're the fucking best Astros fan of all time. But my point was I was a kid when that shit was happening. And I remember it because I'm not a fucking bandwagon fan. Now DiMaggio's randomly. Cruz! Fucking idiots. Okay, what is this? Astros Twitter guy wants to know what the thing is next to NRG Stadium. Yeah. That's true. That is true. That's 100% fact. Total Dallas said bandwagon fans drive the decision makers, owners, and advertisers. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with them being fucking idiots on Twitter and acting like they're the greatest Astro fan of all time, man. Fuck them hoes. All right, back to the headlines. So the Texans signed another Patriot. So that fucking, it's almost like, I feel like the Texans are transitioning. Right? Like, I feel like it's not necessarily that they're getting a sex change, but they're getting like an identity change, kind of the same thing. They're transitioning to the Patriots. So they're slowly just, like if a dude is going to transition to a chick, they start taking hormone therapy, right? And that's the equivalent of going out and getting Nick Caserio in the front office. And then you got to go get breasts. Let's go get Danny Amendola. This is what they're doing. They're fucking transitioning. into the goddamn Patriots. Ravens have signed Le'Veon Bell. They needed help at the running back spot. Cleveland Cavaliers are reportedly interested in Ben Simmons, and I'll say this again. I just don't know why anyone would be interested in Ben Simmons. You've got to have the absolute perfect setup for that guy. And I get it. He's a prolific scorer. Cool. But I wouldn't be out here trading significant assets or picks for Ben Simmons. And don't gloss over that Ravens signing. That Le'Veon Bell signing could be a pretty big deal. Obviously, with Dobbins being out for the season, they needed depth. Signed him to the practice squad. Don't know how much he has left in the tank, but they at least needed the depth, so they did. Aaron said, well, that got weird. Oh, it was a good analogy. Garrett Cole left last night's game with a hamstring tightness. So there's that. Mercy Miller, the son of Master P, is committed to playing for Kelvin Sampson at U of H. Saw that as a headline. And I thought, okay, well, if Kelvin's going, because my question honestly is, okay, so he's Master P's son. That I don't give a shit about that. The question is he good? Is he any good? And if Kelvin Sampson is going after him and recruiting him, he's got to be pretty good, right? So, and listen, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, he's great. Okay. Well, thank you for the scouting report. Also, sources are saying that not that the Saints are working on a trade for the Texans. They're now confirming that. And that trade would be, they didn't give the details of the trade, but it would include Bradley Roby going to the Saints. So Bradley Roby would be, terms of the deal weren't reported, but Roby to the Saints, and then there's no telling what the Texans get. So I don't know if Nick Caserio is in Operation Tank right now. I have no idea. I will tell you that this Texans defense was atrocious last year. Yeah. So yeah, Fidel, let me explain what's going on here. So Fidel said, isn't Roby out for the first game? Yeah, he had that 6-game suspension because of performance-enhancing drugs. He got popped. He served 5 games at the end of last season, and he has to sit out 1 game this season. And then once he does, he's eligible to return and play again. So it's just the 1 game. Now, he probably wouldn't have played a ton anyways this late in the game or this late in preseason. Literally, 4 days before their first regular season game. He might pick up some basic coverages for the Saints, but it would take him another week or so to get acclimated and probably be inserted into the starting lineup. Now, if you take the best corner on a shitty secondary and you trade him, you're telling me one of two things. You have a backup plan that you're working on, and it's a trade. Or, I don't believe that, they're just tanking. Now, I will tell you this, because Roby was signed a couple years ago by GM Bill O'Brien from the Denver Broncos. I will tell you this, and I speak from let me just put it this way. Sources tell me the Texans are literally doing everything they can to phase out every single aspect of this organization that was associated with Bill O'Brien. Players, front office, coaches. So all of these deals that Brian made as his tenure during his tenure as GM, I think the Texans are like, yeah, I want my own guys. Maybe Caserio's like, I just want my own people. And maybe Jack Easterby or whoever is like, yeah, they're like, no, we want to move on from all of this. We don't want any of this stain on this organization. Get rid of all of them. So maybe this is part of it. And I'll say this in regards to moving on from the Bill O'Brien era. Mark my words. Okay? Mark my words. Somebody clip this. Tim Kelly will be let go before the end of the season for this very reason. They'll say it's his offense. They'll say it's his play calling. They'll be 1-7 going into the bye week or some shit. They'll be what is the bye week? Week 10? They'll be 1-9 going into the bye week. They're going to get rid of Tim Kelly because of the ties that he has to Bill O'Brien, not because of what he can or can't do as an offensive coordinator. So just go ahead and write it down. Just go ahead and make a note. And then when it happens in week 10 and everyone's breaking news about how Tim Kelly was let go, let's just go ahead and remember September 8th, 2021, when I told you they're going to wipe they're going to clean house with anyone related to Bill O'Brien. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And let's be clear, they kept Tim Kelly for the express purpose of trying to woo Deshaun Watson to stay. I mean, we know that, right? We're clear on that. That was the David Culley hiring too, right? Like, oh man, Watson had his best season ever under Tim Kelly. Oh, Watson and Culley, boy, they really vibed at that Pro Bowl together. Man, maybe he'll stay. Maybe he'll stay if we. No. Well, Tim, we ain't got no fucking use for you now, buddy. So, Scoops Laminack in the building. It wouldn't surprise me by the trade deadline. I mean, not the trade deadline, the bye week. Might be sooner. But that would be my prediction. So there you go. So there's your sports headlines for the day. A lot of college football happened. I want to talk a little college football. Was it 250? I do want to talk some college football. Before we do that, though, I want to tell you folks about Dan's Seafood and Wings. I need an echo function on this microphone. I don't have that. Guys, if you want some of the best seafood in the city of Houston, hands down, put your pencils down, test is over. The answer is Dan's Seafood and Wings. 2 locations for you. One on the southwest side on South Gessner, one on the northeast side on Uvalde Road. Dan's has literally, if you name it in the seafood game, they've got it. They've got wings. They've got delicious stuff, fried rice and lo mein. I'm telling you, this food is amazing. The deckheads love Dan's. You're going to love Dan's. If you have not eaten there yet, go try it out. First of all, do yourself a solid. If you like food porn, like you like looking at delicious food pictures, eat at Dan's on Instagram. Makes me hungry every time I see it. But go check them out. They've got their menu is online at eatatdans.com. The boiled spicy shrimp, which is Nora's fave. The grilled platters, the lo mein. I like their shrimp po' boy. If you crave shrimp po' boys, and there's not a lot of places to get a good one here, try Dan's. Try that boiled spicy shrimp. Crawfish season is almost over if it's not over already. But I'm telling you, when it's crawfish season, some of the best in the city. You can ask Cece on that. But check it out. She even said Friday, I will require some more num Dan's. The deckheads love Dan's. If you haven't tried it yet, you're going to love Dan's. Give it a shot. Check them out. 2 locations, South Gessner or Uvalde. It's Dan's Seafood and Wings. Put some Dan's in your mouth. All right. Now, eatatdans.com. Just a Swimper said the Instagram gets my mouth wet. Oh, gets me wet in my mouth. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this is good. I'm glad you guys like it too. And Carter said, I loved the rant early. Hump day hate on Barry on Deck. Perfect way to start a Wednesday. Well, look. I never intend to rant. These aren't planned. I never know what I'm going to say. I just know I'm mad about something. And then we just talk until I punch myself out, until I exhaust everything. By the way, a quick update. Also, it's Whisker Wednesday. I will have that for you as well. We could probably do that now. I'll do the Whisker Wednesday now, and then we'll get to the break. But I did want to update you guys. As you know, over the last couple of weeks, we put out the call to the deckheads. We put out the bat signal. We were raising money for one of our own. We had a deckhead who was GTSS. They were going through some shit. They were having some issues in their life, and they needed some help. And it was brought to my attention that they needed help. And there were folks that were spearheading a fundraiser, if you will, to gather some funds and raise the money for this person. And I'm happy to report that the efforts that were spearheaded by other groups raised over $1,500 for that person, that deckhead. You guys and myself, I basically said for the entire week, I would donate everything I made, whether it be super chats, Venmos, and PayPals, sponsorship reads, YouTube ad money. And for that week, it all added up to $775 that we were able to contribute on top of the $1,500 that had already been raised for that deckhead. So you guys did a wonderful thing. You're amazing people. I love you so much. Thank you for helping one of us. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to them. And I know that a lot of you enjoy doing that type of thing. And I know that, you know, that's the beautiful thing about this community, man. When one of us is in trouble and really needs help, this whole community rallies to support each other. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you guys for contributing to that. Thank you guys for helping with that. I assure you, this person was not only grateful, but surprised and I think humbled and amazed at how many people had their back. So well done, deckheads, one and all. Thank you for doing what you do. My ears all jacked up, man. So well done, guys. Well done indeed. All right, let's do our Whisker Wednesday. There's like a popping going on in my ear, and I don't know why, but it's freaking me out. I don't know if it's my headphones or my ears themselves. Hey, it's Whisker Wednesday time, birches. Where's my overlay's at? There we go. Whisker Wednesday, always brought to you by Special Pals. If you have not been to Special Pals, you don't even know what it is. Special Pals is an organization that tries to find homes for animals in need. It is an animal shelter located in the, Cypress, Katy area? The Katy area, not Cypress. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. for adoptions. All of the animals that you adopt from Special Pals comes fully vaccinated, microchipped, spayed or neutered, up to date on flea and heartworm prevention medications. All the adoption fees range from $80 to $250. If you want more information about the organization or the animals that you see on this show, or just in general, the animals that are available to adopt, just head over to specialpals.org. You'll see all of the adoptable animals and learn how you can help. KB Holmes says I have a tumor. What? The popping is a tumor. College football talk after the break. So I'm going to do this and then we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back. So here's what I have for you today. I would like you guys to meet Striker. Look at that good boy. Striker, wet, wild, and ready for anything. It's Striker. This 8-month-old cattle dog mix is a bundle of energy. Loves to swim, run, and meet new people. He thinks the dog park is the coolest place ever, second only to a backyard with a pool of his very own. He loves to swim, so if you got a pool, consider getting Striker in your family. Ready to snuggle? Okay, as long as we get to go play more later. That is Striker. Look at that cutie patootie, huh? Come on, fam. Striker's the cutie. So if you want to adopt Striker, just go to specialpals.org. You'll see all the info on Striker. You can find out info about, where and when to adopt, which is usually Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. But specialpals.org is where you can find Striker and where you can also find Hello. It's pumpkin spice season, y'all, and no one is more excited about it than basic one-eyed calico kitty Hallow. Yeah, she's basic. So what? At just a few weeks old, Hallow and her siblings were rescued off the streets. She lost her eye to an infection, but she's happy to be alive and thriving. #blessed. She's 3 months old and she loves scarves, cinnamon, and blogging about organization hacks. You guys, Hallow might be a basic girl, but Irma Gerd. Look at that cutie. Come on. She looks like a quilt. Just all kinds of patches. Just a cutie. And she's going to be cool because she's walking around with one eye. You can put a little kitty patch on there. How dope is that? If you want to adopt Hallow, you want to adopt Striker, get yourself on over to specialpals.org. All the animals that Special Pals has that you can adopt come fully vaccinated, microchipped, spayed or neutered, up to date on flea and heartworm preventions. And I can vouch for that because I adopted Spencer from Special Pals. And when I took him to my vet, they're like, oh, yeah, he's in great shape. He's good to go. So there you go. Adoption fees range from $80 to $250. Just go to specialpals.org for more information. So there's Hallow. There's Stryker. Get over to Special Pals. Make it happen, Captain. All right, let's get to a quick break. It is 2:58. We're going to take a couple of minute break. I just want to take those off for a second. Oh my God, Juan, that would be outstanding. Put one of those googly eye things on there. Just, oh my God. Okay, yeah. There's definitely something in my ear. It's like water or something. You ever do that in the shower? You ever get water in your ear? You're like, oh, I can't get this out. I'm like a moron. My wife walking in like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I got water in my ear. Leave me alone. Oh, yeah, 4-2 Astros. By the way, how badass is it? How badass is it? Marwin Gonzalez playing in his first game back as an Astro. Goes yard. Jimmy Jack. Deep. Big fly. Pretty cool. All right, let's get to the break. When we come back, we're going to talk some college football. Jerome Solomon is going to join me in hour number 2, so we'll get to plenty more of that and other sports. I've got Sissy Blue. We're going to get to that. And I even have a story that's non-sportsy about Jeff Bezos trying to turn back. If I could turn back time. So we'll get to all that and more right after this break. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around through the break. I'll see you birches on the other side.
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some.
This or that, broccoli or celery. You can taste it. Good taste. Taste it. Good taste. Take it. You have to pick a veggie. Take it. Broccoli.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting. Yes, very distinguished. I see.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
Oh, I never thought I'd be friends with a taco dragon. Something about a taco dragon didn't feel right. But now I kinda hope this taco dragon will share his taco. Give me a little bite. The taco has cheese. Yes, please.
What do you have? Why is your mouth making that noise? Why is your mouth making that noise? Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. That has got to be uncomfortable. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Release. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Leave it. Leave it.
This is a loaf of floof bread. It is made out of floof and evil.
Sleepy. What do you think? Pop another antihistamine under Brian's tongue? I just don't want him waking up with allergies. No? Overkill?
You're the best girlfriend, Anna.
back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did, those of you that didn't, can go bleep yourselves. Okay. Spencer has a long, noodly body. Takes after his dad. How you guys doing? Did you guys enjoy your break? Those are good videos. Can we give a shout out? Spencer is over here cleaning. Can we give a shout out to Penguin Katie for getting us the videos of all the animals? Huh? There's Spence. Right here. There, he's cleaned himself. He's like, what? Daddy touched me. Every time I touch the cats, they clean themselves. It's the damnedest thing. Anyways, all right. I need to fix flex cam. I need to put it on like this side over here. I wonder. I'll do it later. Too much messing around right now. Okay, let's talk some college football. Eric Resendez demands it. Demands it. Astros update 4-2. Bottom of the fifth. 4-2 good guys. Where's my link? Where's my link at? There we go. College football rankings. I wanted to do this because there's some interesting things and I have opinions about these here rankings. So I'm going to pull this up for us to take a gander at together. Have you guys seen the rankings? Have you seen them? Oh yeah, we got to do a film sesh too. KB Holmes is like, fan fights. Don't worry. I have a film sesh for you. Okay. They know daddy hasn't showered yet. Son of a bitch. Probably is true. That's why they don't do this. Okay, let's get to let's go here. Scenes. Google Chrome. Nope. Chrome 2. Yeah, that's the one. Zoom out. Okay. So here is your college football rankings for week 2. Now, you'll see we can look back at week 1. That's wrong. I'm over here on the. You can look back at preseason and see what your top 10 was, what your top 5 was. Bama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, A&M, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, North Carolina. That was your starting or your top 10 to begin the season. Some changes. All right. Oklahoma falls a couple of spots after winning because they struggled a little bit. It was tight down the stretch in that game. Ohio State moves up a spot. Georgia moves up 3 spots because of the way that they handle Clemson. I say handle 10-3. But normally those are games, and I think I saw AJ say this on Twitter, and I couldn't agree more. That's normally a game that Georgia loses. That's such a Georgia thing to have happen to have lost that game, if they did. But they did not. They somehow managed to hang on to that 10-3 lead and end up beating Clemson. So Clemson falls from, 3 to 6. Justin Swinford said, OU shouldn't be top 5. That Rattler kid ain't shit. Well, a lot of people think he's going to win the Heisman, and I think some of that is program prestige, and some of it is skills-based. Although that kid out of Oregon might be the first defensive Heisman player in a long time. He is a beast. His problem is going to be he's on the West Coast. East Coast Heisman voters aren't going to watch his games. It's always been the case in college football. What's up, Yogi Fish? Long time no see, buddy. Good to have you here. I'm just talking some college football. So Clemson falls 3. OU falls a couple. Now, Clemson obviously losing. This name. Oh, that's hilarious. So Clemson losing fall down falls to number 6. OU wins, falls to number 4. What I don't understand, man, if you don't, that's so disgusting. I'm not even going to be able to continue. You guys, Jerome just pulled. Jerome's like, hey, man, what happens in the green room stays in the green room. I want to say one thing about this. I don't even know if he watched college football, if he has opinions on it, but he can give his 2 cents if he wants to. But I'll say this. I did watch the A&M game. A&M moved up a spot in winning. But I'm going to tell you right now, I forget the kid's name, King. I forget his name, their QB, but he had better figure some shit out, or this is going to be another typical Aggie season where high hopes going in, and by the end of the season, they're going to be severely disappointed because he's no Kellen Mond, and he's just not. Look, I get it. It's a run-oriented offense. That's what Jimbo Fisher brings to the Aggies. But this kid looked lost out there against Kent State. So as an Aggie fan, I've seen this movie 1,000 times, and this doesn't look to be any different. But somehow the Aggies move up. If you watch the game, I promise you this, you wouldn't have moved the Aggies up and said that's the 5th best team in college football right now. But because of where they were and where they started, that's exactly what happened. Now, all of that said, joining me on the program right now for our weekly visit, I call it Anything Goes. He's the man. In the call connector, it just says bad motherfucker, but you know him as Jerome Solomon joining the program right now. Jerome, how are you, buddy?
Good, man. I put that in there because I've had 3 people in the last couple of weeks, say I look like Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, damn, I must be getting old up in this bitch. Like,
Really?
Damn. I mean, like, really? Like,
was it white people?
I'm a bald black man with a goatee, so I'm Samuel L. I guess
Was it all like white people?
I'm not saying Samuel L. ain't handsome, but I'm not.
That's good. That's good though, right? I mean, look, it could have been worse, right?
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's like I don't think I look like Sam. I don't look like anybody. I look like me.
I would agree with that 1,000%. This has to be white people that are racist. I think we've
that's
cracked
not racism. That's compartmentalization. Like
well,
because am I racist because ain't but about 3 different looks on white folk? That's gonna make me racist. It's just what it is. It makes me really. So if
do all white people look alike to you, Jerome?
No, they don't all look like. That's stupid. That's
all white women look like to me.
They look like 3 different ones. That ain't all alike. There's 3. That's a huge difference.
There's 3 versions of white people. There's gold medal white people. There's silver medal white people, and then there's bronze medal white.
Not medal. There's fat, skinny, and in between. That's just white.
Which one am I?
Hey, sir, can you identify the perpetrator? Yeah, he was white, man. Well,
fat
look
white guy.
He was a fat one. You got any more? Was his hair dark, light? I don't know. It was hair. I don't even know if he had hair. He's white.
Calling all cars. Be on the lookout for a fat white guy. That narrows it down to 2/3 of the country.
That's what they do with us. Pull up any crime right now.
Black guy.
Randomly go on the web and pull up a crime that happened in the last day or so, and I'm sure I'm a person of interest. That's what they do. Like, black guy between 5'6" and 6'5", 140, 280, somewhere in between, light or dark. That's me.
140 to 250, medium complected, somewhat tall, not too short. Just oh my god.
Either had glasses or didn't.
It might have been a disguise. Oh my god.
Mustache or goatee or full beard. Some combination therein. Or clean shaven. Just the brother.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Well, I don't know who's telling you look like Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't believe you do. I mean, I know one time you did, but that was Houston Sports Show when you meant to look like Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. Otherwise, this is pure unadulterated foolishness. You chimed in, or you dialed in when I was doing covering some of the college football updates and rankings and stuff like that. Did you have a chance to watch any college football this weekend? It was big week.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the first week of college football. Yeah, I was locked in. It was because it's good to have it back. I mean, it really,
man,
and good to have the fans back. And I love college football, not because of what happens on the field all the time. I mean, that's fascinating to me, and I love watching kids perform. I don't criticize them like other people do. They're not pros. You're not getting the best football, but that's not what it's about. It's about the pageantry. It's about crazy fans in the stands enjoying the moment because it's the most important thing in their world, which is shocking to us normal folk. But hardcore college football fan, they're crazy, and I love it. I love hearing from them talking about their school being the best ever and gonna win a championship. Like you. I mean, you didn't go to A&M because A&M wouldn't let your ass in, clearly. But you like the Aggies. That's fine. That's good. But you're telling me my man is not Kellen Mond? Damn. You just gonna insult him like that, huh? You act like Kellen Mond was at the Heisman Trophy Awards dinner or something. He ain't no Kellen Mond. Damn, really?
Yeah.
I can see he ain't no Bucky Richardson.
Oh, so I can only compare white quarterbacks to white quarterbacks? Is that it? I forgot the kid's name. Haynes King is his name. Am I only allowed to compare him to white quarterbacks at A&M?
He ain't no Murray. Okay, is that better? He ain't no Murray. Is that better? Does that make you feel a little better? Damn. It wasn't about being white. Bucky's a legend. You don't know Bucky, though, do you?
I do know Bucky Richards. Come on, fam. What? Yes, of course.
No, I
don't know him personally. I know who he is. Yeah.
When I go with the no, you know how I roll. You want me to call Bucky? That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, you want to play cell phone flop out? I do that with a joke every now and then.
Big contacts take little contacts.
It used to be flop out because you flop it out and pow. But we can't really do that no more.
That sounds like a doorstop.
But when I say, do you know Bucky? That's what I meant.
No, I don't know Bucky. God damn it! I don't know why you gotta rub it in. So what's the?
You're in media, man. You need to get to know people. You need
I know.
to get to.
That's why I'm going tomorrow. I took so much slack from the guys at Sports Right, but that's why I'm going tomorrow.
You didn't have to do that. I don't know why you. I was just telling you. Vernon Maxwell's in town. We hanging out, and you want to hang. You want to do your little show. Do your little show, but nothing.
I mean, then you turn it into a company picnic, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. Let's do this. I'm down.
You don't have to come.
I'm in, man. I'm a company man. Come on. Who doesn't want to party with Mad Max? Come on, fam. Of course I do.
I don't know what kind of party it's gonna be, but I do know how Vernon rolls.
I'm coming prepared for anything. Okay.
We shall see what happens. Now, Vernon's real cool, man. He's a fun dude. He comes to town, not a lot, but every now and then. But he's having a birthday celebration this weekend, Very nice. And so he said he come in a day early to do some stuff for my shows and wants to hang out, watch the game tomorrow night. So we'll put a little something together.
Let's go.
Ain't gonna be all butt naked bitches and all that. It ain't that kind of party.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do the show.
You didn't even see my massive wink there.
As soon as you said no, I was disappointed. Just immediately was like, okay, I'm doing this.
You're out. You're done. You're like, well, we're disconnected with Jerome now. We'll move on to the
no. I didn't even know what it was, but as soon as I hear ain't gonna be no, I know that just means fun at that point. What stood out to you this week in college football? What stood out to you? Anything particular? Anything you saw that you're like, that's interesting? Or I wonder,
A good buddy of mine who's hardcore. He's from Alabama, went to Alabama, graduated from there. Hardcore Bama fan was looking around. He's like, I can't even remember the team now. Whatever team is ranked number 2
now, Georgia, or at the time?
Last week.
Oh yeah.
I can't. It don't even matter which one it was.
It was Oklahoma,
but it was. Oh yeah. He's like, man, they don't look like a number 2 to me. I say, yeah, they do. Yeah. It's Alabama's 1 way up here. Everybody else is 2 and less. They're way less. They're like I can't even use the analogy I use, but it was like Alabama's longer than everybody else. I'll put it like that. And so everybody else is way behind. There is no team that's number 2. There's a team that's the second best, but they're not a number 2 compared to a 1. Alabama's 1. The next best team is 5 or 6.
Yeah,
that's just the world we live in right now, and it's going to be that way until it's not. I mean, Clemson,
Miami's probably
Clemson has been able to be a 2 and a 1A for a bit.
Yeah,
they're going to have to work to get back up to there. right now.
Especially
And by the end of the
losing
season, it
their
could happen.
opener. Yeah.
Let's not act like the year is over. That's what's so great about college football. Right now, Alabama's 1. The next best team is a 5 or a 6. By November, we might have a real 2. We could have a 1A. Who knows what'll happen? And that's why I love the college game, because Alabama can be beaten, but boy, they're so much better than everybody. Whoever beats them won't be better than them.
That's
They'll
what I'm
just
saying.
win.
Like, I didn't watch Ohio State play, but I mean, you have to think that might be a team that, okay, well, since I didn't watch them, I don't know what they look like. I saw a lot of Oklahoma and Georgia and A&M and Clemson, and that's your top 6 right there. Because you want to start getting into Cincinnati and the Notre Dame's not. Forget all that. I'm talking about this top 5 or 6, this group of 5 or 6. And outside of not watching any of the Ohio State game, the rest of these folks don't look like they are going to be able to handle what Alabama can bring to the table, period.
No, and that's what they do all the time. And Notre Dame should have lost, frankly.
Should have. Yeah, absolutely. Did you see
the season will still be fun because it's college football?
Did you happen to see Brian Kelly's post game comments about execution?
Yeah, I saw the clip, but I really haven't. I've been so busy. I really didn't follow whatever was happening on social media with it, and I just assumed there was idiot youngsters who don't know anything about anything, because that was the most benign, old 50-year-old ass joke in college sports. It's how is anybody even talking about it? It was so ridiculous. Like,
let me play it for the people real quick. You guys watch this. This is what Jerome and I are talking about. Just real quick. It's a 10-second clip, and then we'll discuss it real fast. Check this out.
Withstand Florida State's impressive comeback.
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight. I mean, we just didn't.
That was the clip. I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight, because they didn't play well. They didn't look good. They won. Like you said, they probably shouldn't have won. Yeah. And of course, immediately the internet has to have a reason to cancel somebody. So the Wolves start sharpening their teeth and their claws. Oh, let's get him. He said he wanted to kill kids.
It's not cancel. It's just stupidity. But yeah. I mean, it's an old joke. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's an old joke that, and like I say, I didn't follow it. So if any sports writers used or made a comment or complain about it or whatever, they're some useless pieces of shit that they're just bad at their job. Because almost every columnist and sports writer for the last 50 years we've referenced that joke. We've used it, because it's been out there. I know it to go back to 76 or 77 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
John McKay.
Their first season, and John McKay, is the one. That's why I thought it originated. I don't know if it came before him or whatever.
Well, that's what he referenced saying it. And later on in the post-game presser, they're like, "So, coach, you said you wanted to execute the kids." He was like, "What? Are people really upset about that?" He was like, "That was supposed to be funny. Was that not funny?" He goes, "That's an old John McKay joke that I used." Everybody was like,
"Yeah," and it's a joke. I mean, it's not, and it's not even one of those things where it's a wink, wink joke. So I'm gonna say it and then claim it's a joke when I really meant it. Come on, you really think he wanted to kill his team? Come on, stop.
I tell you who I would have thought would have gotten in more trouble was Ed Ogeron for what he said about Sissy Blue. You know how? I mean, did you see that line that he said?
Yeah, but that's one of those where that's that manly thing where we think if you're, I mean, that's one of those that is now much more frowned upon than it ever was, and with understanding on a certain level. Mm-hmm. But you still can get away with it in sports. I mean, right. I used to joke about the Oilers wearing their powder puff blue, which to me kind of meant the same thing, because in the powder puff games in school, that was the girls' game, and that's in the same family of you throw like a girl, you're a sissy, you know what I mean? And yeah, we have progressed past that, thankfully, in a lot of ways. And it's not harmless. The execution line is harmless. Like, right. Who'd you offend? Motherfuckers on death row? Man, he said they're talking about execution.
I can't believe that.
Next Tuesday. Like, Man, I'm hurt. What? You ain't gonna be hurt for about another week, dog. That's not funny. That's not funny, man. The man's gonna die. You laughing about
You have any last words? Yeah, Brian Kelly, you hurt my feelings. That's what you wanted to say? Yeah, I'm not gonna stand for this. I mean,
that's horrible. I can't believe I led you down that road. That's terrible. Because I'm against execution of murderers and football teams.
College kids,
I ain't against killing the motherfucker, but I'm against execution by the state.
Did you see this though? So look, this is the Ed Ogeron thing, and I only wanted to show this because I don't want to talk out of the context. We can't assume everybody's seen it. You know how this works. But this was what Ed Ogeron said walking into the game on the road, heading into whatever stadium UCLA plays into. This is what.
But before you said it though, wait a minute, Barry. Before you click it, you gotta say it, Ed Ogeron like you do. Have you done the Ed Ogeron on the show?
I don't think I have.
Well, you got to do it right.
All right. So this is what he's walking in, and somebody says, "Hey, coach, we're gonna beat you," and Ed goes, "Hey, Sissy Blue, go Tigers." This is what he said.
Bring your ass on. Bring your ass on in your little sissy blue shirt.
Come on, fam.
See?
I know it's inappropriate, but that's funny as fuck. Hey,
no,
it's
fucking hilarious.
In your little sissy blue shirt.
In defense of him, he didn't call the dude a sissy.
Nope.
Says
he
sissy
called the
blue
color
shirt.
of the shirt a sissy colored shirt.
So are the shirts writing in emails or texting or posting on social media that they're offended to be called sissy blue?
As a blue shirt, I don't know. What did your shirt think about it, Jerome?
The blue shirt people.
Jerome, what did your shirt? Was your shirt offended?
Fuck your bitch ass, your blue shirt. Not the person wearing it. I respect you as a man,
but your shirt's a bitch.
That's a blue shirt. That's a whole nother thing.
I respect you as a man.
Wait a
your
minute.
Shirt's a whole ass bitch.
Hold up, Barry. I'm up here in a sissy blue shirt. Mother, really? Get out me.
Oh my God. That is outstanding shit, man.
It's a shirt, dog. It's a shirt.
Just a shirt.
It got nothing to do with me as a man.
Before I let you go, this was the best thing that UCLA could have done. Look at this shit.
Oh, I didn't.
That's the
avatar to Sissy Blue.
That's their Twitter cover page. Sissy. That's smart. That's good stuff. Dude, thank you for popping in, man. I know you're busy. I don't want to keep you. I don't want to eat up all your day. I know you got a lot of shit to do. Tell the people how they can follow you.
Let me get off this Sissy Blue shirt and put on some regular clothes, and you can catch me on TV this week.
All over TV. You got 7 shows
Sunday night on Texas Sports Station. I might even do some radio Sunday morning since it's the first game of the Texans season, and obviously Houston Sports Show that you're on is on Saturday night on CW39. And man, there's a new show, TSU Sports Show, debuts tomorrow on AT&T Sportsnet. Go look that up and find it. It's on a couple times tomorrow. It's really cool. And I mean, we're all over the place. Got Our Esquina is a show that we just debuted on Sunday. Latino sports and entertainment, really, really good stuff. A national show on AT&T Sportsnet all over the country. Rimsaw Media doing a lot of big things and some fun stuff. And one thing that we do, our stuff is entertaining. We're not, your regular little sports show. We have some fun. We try to have a good time. We try to give you something that you can't get anywhere else. You tune into Houston Sports Show with Barry, Lauren, and Rachel, and I guarantee you, within the first 2 minutes, you go, okay, this is not a normal show. I don't get this anywhere else. And we're not trying to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to give you something that you don't normally get and make you want to tune in and enjoy yourself. Because if you're going to dedicate, some time to watch us, we're going to entertain you.
It'll be fun.
It's that simple. Yeah.
That's it.
you're not having fun, why are you doing any of this? I mean, I know some people want to be sad. If you want to be sad, you know, you don't want to watch us.
None of this is for you. If you want to
we're
be sad,
not gonna promote.
That's right. If you want to be sad, the stuff that Jerome Solomon makes is not for you, because he is not going to make anything that makes you sad. At Jerome Solomon on Twitter, read him in the Chronicle, still the senior columnist for the Houston Chronicle. Hey, homie, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here.
All right, bro. Peace.
That's it. Jerome Solomon brought to you by the AP Law Group. Don't forget that. APLawgroup.com, 713-913-GO-AP is the number. By the way, speaking of the AP Law Group, I want to tell you guys about the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, put this number in your phone right now, 713-913-GO-AP, 713-913-GO-AP. Now, you may not be in a wreck right now. You may not need to use the AP Law Group services right now, but my guys, Gilbert and Arsha, are there for you when you're ready. If you have been injured in an accident, or maybe you've had a loved one who has suffered a wrongful death at the hands of somebody else, or maybe you've just been injured by somebody else. It wasn't even in a car wreck, but you're still dealing with insurance companies that are bullying you. Do not get bullied by these insurance companies. Get somebody on your side that's going to look out for your best interests. That is the AP Law Group. These are good dudes, man. Gilbert and Arsha, Houstonians, went to U of H Law School. Like, these guys are H-Town through and through, and they're here to protect you. In fact, Gilbert was telling me the reason they started AP Law Group, he used to work for an insurance company, and he got tired of being on the other end of that, where it's like, man, I feel like we're beating up on these people. We're taking advantage of people. And he wanted to fight for you and me instead of fighting for the insurance companies. And that's why they started the AP Law Group. They're going to treat you like an individual, like that you are. You're going to get that small firm attention. But when it comes to that courtroom, you're going to get that big firm result. So give them a call right now. 713-913-GO-AP is the number. 713-913-GO-AP, or log on to aplawgroup.com. It's the AP Law Group. Big firm results, small firm attention. All right, dopeness. Jerome is the best. That was fun. Good times had by all. That Sissy Blue shirt thing, I was like, ooh, he's going to catch it for that. I'm surprised there wasn't bigger backlash. Because of the two, the execution joke, like we were talking about with Jerome, the execution joke and the sissy thing, I was like, yeah, you can't call somebody a sissy nowadays. That's just not, you're going to get, I mean, you can, but you are definitely going to get in trouble. No house. No house. There's no comma. There's no comma. It's not big, comma. I'm not making a list of results. Big results, firm results. We're not describing you woo, don't you, House? You go to the games and you woo. You go to the games and you woo. I think sometimes they are. I would 100% agree with this, Ben. I think a lot of times people are looking for a reason to be upset. They just need a reason to be angry. And it's exhausting. So we did the execution thing. I covered that. I can close that. We've got the Sissy Blue shirt. We got all those covered. Let's see. Let's close those. I really need to talk about a disturbing trend going on in college football. And it's college football and mayonnaise. Why? I understand that there was like a Duke's mayonnaise bowl or something like that. But do we need the following types of things? Do I need folks that are out here eating mayonnaise in the stands? Do I need to watch people out here bathing in mayonnaise pregame? Do I need to watch that? Let's just watch this guy give himself a mayonnaise bath. Look at this.
We were wrong. This is going to be part of game day all year long. Oh, look at this.
That is so disgusting.
Duke's mayonnaise.
First of all, he's got a big chunk of it in his mouth. You can see it. Damn. Did they just call him sloppy body, by the way? That seems not nice.
Duke's mayonnaise is the sponsor of the game tonight. He's all over the place. Sloppy body. Sloppy body is outdone now. Mayonnaise body.
Now let me point something out here. He's like, yeah, right here is the look of regret. Watch this. Watch up until, let's just go back with 1 second left on the clock. Let's just rewind it. My man's like, you guys, I'm about to be internet famous for taking a mayonnaise bath.
We're wrong. This is going to be part of game day all
This
year
is
long.
not
Oh,
safe
look at
for
this.
work. So my guy's taking a mayo bath. He's like, yeah, I love mayo. Rub it on my teeth. Woo! Mayo's number one. I put it in my hair. It makes my hair fluffy. I'm on TV, mama. Who's proud? What? Oh, okay. That last second and a half of that video is 1,000% regret. Because he's like, I still got to go to the game. I guess now that I'm covered in mayonnaise, I'm gonna go home. I guess I'm gonna miss the game. I can't go in there covered in mayo. Didn't even think about it, did you? Oh wow. Mayo guy and woo guy, one and the same. Not a bad comparison. Not a bad comparison. Although I tend to, I'll give a pass to a college kid at a college football game trying to get his 15 minutes on ESPN TV. I get it. Get it. You're just like, yeah, buddy, I'm about to be on TV. I'm about to be the mayo bath guy. Yeah. But just randomly wooing, fuck that guy. But that's not where it ends, folks. That's not the worst. That wasn't the last of it. Because there was mayo bath guy, and then there was this weirdo. This guy is eating mayo straight out of the jar. Like, why? Okay, first of all, I don't really believe that he was eating all of it. That was way too fast. I think that was an overly dramatic shovel. Well, he's definitely shoving some in his mouth. What did that guy eat? What did the other guy eat? The other guy just ate something too. I don't know what that was. That's disturbing. That's a lot of mayonnaise. And listen, let me be the first to tell you guys, I enjoy mayonnaise on a sandwich, on a hot dog. Don't at me, hoes. Don't at me. Don't at me, hoes. I don't care that you don't like mayonnaise on your hot dog. I enjoy a little mayo, mustard, onion, relish, cheese on my hot dog. Yeah. I don't care if you don't like it. You ain't eating my hot dog. If you want to eat my hot dog, if you want to put my wiener in your mouth, then you can put whatever you want on it. But as long as I'm eating my weenie, I'll eat it the way I like it. Okay? But yeah. Mayo on a hot dog, mayo on a sandwich. I will say one thing that I'll put mayonnaise in that a lot of people may be like, oh my God, that's so gross. We did this at my dad's house a couple of weeks ago for his birthday. Actually, it was for Father's Day. No, it was his birthday. Black-eyed peas, not black guy peas, black-eyed peas. Black-eyed peas with mayonnaise. So good. Yeah, I know. A lot of you are like, what the fuck? No, I'm just telling you. Some of you are going to act like, I'm mayo adverse. It makes me feel weird inside. Like I'm switching sides for a few moments, which is the lamest, most idiotic excuse to not eat mayonnaise I've ever heard of in my entire life. It's like, oh, you go from just eating mayo to now you're just wearing sissy blue shirts like Ed Ogeron, and now what? It's stupid. But black-eyed peas So Marsha said like a dollop of mayo on beans. No, not beans. Black-eyed peas. Not beans. Black-eyed. Not like, ranch-style beans or, charro beans. Black-eyed peas. Just put some mayo in there. Mix it up. Oh, it is so good. Oh, mayo on a grilled cheese is a pro move. Now I gotta ask. Do you? Amos is racist. There goes that. Amos is a racist person. We've established who the racist is in the chat. It's definitely 1,000% Amos. Wait, what? Incarnate said black-eyed peas should only have pepper sauce on them. No. That's your black-eyed peas, Incarnate. I'm allowed to eat the black-eyed peas the way I want to fucking eat, not the black-eyed peas. That would be weird because then I'd be like, gotta get that, gotta get that, gotta get that. I'm talking about black-eyed peas, the food. I'll eat them the way I want to fucking eat them. You don't have to put mayo in there, but I'm telling you right now, if you've never tried it, you should try it once, especially if you like mayo. Now, ketchup is stupid. I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up. This is the grossest thing ever. But what is this? Shelby says only for grilled cheese, though. So how do you put mayo on a grilled cheese? I got to know how this works. Do you dip the grilled cheese in the mayo like a ranch sauce, or do you... instead of using butter, you put mayo on it? Because what I do, the way I make my grilled cheese is you butter the outside, both sides. You put down a piece of bread. You let that start to toast a little bit in the pan. Put the cheese on there. Let it start to melt. Put the last spot on and then flip it. And then that's going to brown. And then the other cheese melts. And then you're done. And then you have a... Now, are you putting mayo on the inside before you make it? Or after, or what? Oh, wow. I just brush it on the outside of the bread instead of butter. It toasts beautifully. Interesting. I will try this. I will 1,000% try this. See, I don't understand that. Like, no one says mayo's not allowed in my house. Are you allergic to it, or are you just a weirdo that equates mayo with cum? Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. Let's just go ahead and put it out in the open that a lot of you don't eat mayo because you're like, that looks like cum. Who thinks that? Like, who thinks that? Will you not eat chocolate ice cream because it looks like doo-doo? I'm not going to eat hot dogs because that's shaped like a dick or a corn dog. Let's be real, though. A lot of you equate mayo with cum, and that's why you don't eat it. And I think that is the dumbest thing ever. That's like saying, well, I can't put ketchup on my French fries. Who wants period fries? This is what we're talking about. No, I'm not the only one thinking that, because I've had people tell me that. Why don't you eat? Yeah, exactly. Look, there you go. Mayo equals sandwich jizz. They're just making this shit up. No one. People say these things to me. This is why you won't see a dude eat mayo on a hot dog. Because it looks like cum on a dick. No, it looks like mayo on a hot dog, you weirdo. How said I only eat dick-shaped foods? Popsicles, bananas, eggplant, hot dogs, corn dogs. Ooh. Boar's Head Chipotle mayo is the preferred in our house. I don't like mayo, but everyone else likes it. Interesting. I will definitely have to try using mayo instead of butter on the outside of the grilled cheese. I wonder if you did both. That might be interesting. Incarnate said mayo or Miracle Whip. Now, I don't mind a Sando with Miracle Whip on it, but I prefer mayonnaise. And there is good and bad mayonnaise. If we can just be honest for a second, chat. If we could just be above board with each other for a moment. Hellman's is far superior mayonnaise to Kraft. I said it. I don't care if you guys want to be mad about it. I don't give a shit. The fact of the matter is, Kraft mayonnaise is bad. It doesn't taste good. Now, I've never had Duke's. It might be good. I don't know. Apparently, it makes for a good lather. But if I'm rocking mayo, I got to go Hellman's. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. And let's be honest, if you don't know, there's probably recipes out there. By the way, 4-2 Astros, top of the 7th, 1 out. Check out the Kid of the Sombrero. How to make homemade mayonnaise. Like making homemade mayonnaise, but I don't like saying mayonnaise. Chick-fil-A mayonnaise is the best mayo on the planet. That is according to Mark G. Hellman's is the shit. Thank you. Miracle Whip. You are going too far. No. Hear me out, Amos. On a sandwich, on occasion, if you've got the right kind of chips and dip and drink to go with it, a Miracle Whip based sandwich is delicious. Yeah. So, only mustard on a sandwich. Marsha. So fail-proof homemade mayonnaise recipe. Ingredients: egg, mustard, vinegar or lemon juice, and a neutral flavored oil. Why are you putting mustard in mayonnaise? Now you're just making mustard-aise. No, don't put mustard in your mayonnaise. No, why am I talking like Seinfeld? Who's putting mustard in the mayonnaise? What are we doing? It's crazy. Yeah, but apparently you just fucking oil and eggs and you whoop it up. And oil, eggs, and lemon juice. And that makes a fluffy mayonnaise. So I ask you people, mayonnaise adverse people, what is it that you don't like in mayonnaise? You don't like eggs? You don't like oil? You don't like lemon juice? What the fuck? That's it. Exactly, Ben. Exactly my point. Everyone is grossed out. It ain't shit. It doesn't taste gross. No one. Head cheese is good too. Don't you start that. You're not tricking me into that shit. Oh, what? Miracle Whip on a Wolf brand chili dog. Man. All you need is a trailer and an uncle that touched you too soon. I used to be a very picky eater. I used to be like, no, I don't like spicy. I don't want mustard. I would just be like mayo, certain things. I'm not so picky anymore. I eat a variety of things that I never used to try. I'll try now, and I actually end up liking it because I keep an open mind. And I know that surprises some of you. I know some of you don't want to believe that, but I keep an open mind. Yeah, Amos, do you not know what hog head cheese is? Or are you asking about it? So there's head cheese. You guys don't fall for this, by the way. Head cheese and hog head cheese, it's just brain. That's all it is. It's brains. Don't eat. If someone offers you head cheese, please don't eat it. It's gross. I just prefer mustard, ketchup, relish on a hot dog. That's fine. That's how you eat a hot dog. And this is how House eats ass. So, yeah. Everybody enjoys what they enjoy. Also, I would never share a straw with Reverend House. Also why he has pink eye a lot. Yeah. Also why his breast stinks. Just so we're clear. You ever been super close to House and been like, man, it smells like a butthole right now. Yeah. That's his breath. CC said we already know D-Mata eats everything. Oh boy, do we? Oh boy, howdy, mister. I sure could go for an ass sandwich. I don't know why a little rascal would be out here eating ass, but he would. What time is it? 3:50. We really don't have time for the film sesh today. I don't want to get into the film sesh and then have to cancel it. So we're not going to do the film sesh today. It's too late. I do want to talk about what's going on with Todd McShay. Did you guys see this picture? So on the left was Todd McShay a while back. On the right was Todd McShay this weekend. A lot of people concerned about Todd McShay, not quite sure what's happening to him. He did get COVID at one point, and then he missed some time last year because of an illness that he didn't say what it was. But when the picture on the right, when he was on air and people were concerned because his voice was shaky, it didn't look like himself. And people were like, gosh, I hope he's okay. I feel like there's something wrong with him. I feel like he's sick in some way because, like I said, his voice was shaky if you've seen the video of it. Well, turns out those concerns were warranted. He said, I'm going to take some time away to focus on my health and my family. Thank you, ESPN, for being so supportive and for all the well wishes. I can't wait to get back on the sidelines soon. So I think that we don't know what. He did not disclose why, what the health concerns are. But I hope that he gets better. But you can clearly see there is a difference in the two photos. What the reason for that is, I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. But fact of the matter is, yeah, Todd McShay going to take some time off. So, good question. Eric Resendez said, your thoughts on Odorizzi. If you didn't see or hear what was going on here, Jake Odorizzi was taken out of the game last night or yesterday early, about the fifth inning. I could pull it up, as a matter of fact, and tell you, I think he had 66 pitches in the game when he was taken out. Looking at the box score here, I'm going to do this because I'm going to be talking about him. I'm going to keep him on screen. And, you know, if I use this clip later, then I want people to be able to see that it's not just... So, Odorizzi, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks, 66 pitches, 45 of them for strikes. Was removed after the 5th, giving up 2 earned runs. Astros going to win 5-4 in extra innings. When they talked to Jake Odorizzi afterwards... he was not thrilled. He said, honestly, I think it's bullshit. He's saying, no one's talked to me. No one's telling me why I'm coming out. They just come and get me after the 5th inning. And that was it. I'd only thrown 66 pitches. You go look and tell me. He said, I'm glad we won. Bregman played great. Offense played great. Carlos played great. It's a great win. I'm glad we won. That's for sure. I'm sure I'd be the subject to blame for only going 5 innings. I'm glad we won. He said, nobody talked to me. It's not like I just made my debut yesterday. I've been doing this for a while. It's extremely frustrating. I think if you look at Jake Odorizzi's numbers and this, Dusty Baker talked about this a little bit later, but he said, look, we've noticed a pattern with Jake Odorizzi. 3rd time through the order. After the 5th inning, he kind of falls apart. He'll be going along great. And then, and these weren't Dusty's words, but then he kind of just shits the bed after that. So we felt like, you know, 5 innings is enough. So it upset him that he got pulled early. But if you listen to the explanation of Dusty Baker, it does make sense. If you see that a guy, the 3rd time through the order, all year, pretty consistently has been getting rocked, maybe has a lead going into that 3rd time through the order, 3-2, 4-2, or whatever, and comes out of it tied or behind, down the stretch in a pennant race, you can't afford that. And let's be honest, nobody's looking at Jake Odorizzi and saying, that's a solid 3. That's a guy you're counting on in the playoffs. I wouldn't even have this dude in my starting rotation in the playoffs. Unless you planned on pitching him for 2 or 3 innings and then yanking him and putting in an Urquidy or a Garcia or somebody like that. I would be curious to see what his splits are, and I will pull them up. But I'm Team Dusty Baker on this. It doesn't matter if Jake Odorizzi wants to come out or not. No one gives a shit what he personally wants. What Dusty Baker has to decide, and he's notorious for leaving guys in too long, which is all the more shocking that he's reading the data. And even old Crusty Dusty is out here like, well, you know what? This kid's about to shit the bed, boys. I'm going to go get him. Good. This is what managers do. Buck the trend. Do something different. Don't just be like, I'll leave everybody. He's only thrown 66 pitches. Let's leave him out there to die and lose the game. You can't do that. If you see a pattern like that, then you know this is what this guy can do. This is when we're going to go get him. And that's what you do. You go get him. Yeah, Crusty Dusty was maybe not appropriate. But let's look at his splits. Let's see here. I'm gonna put up Odo. What do we call him? Reezy? Reezy F baby. Please say the baby. Let's see, scenes. There we go. And merge. Zoom. What? Who's fancy? Oh, speaking of, tied up 4-4. Son of a gun. Who shit the bed this time? Garcia. Damn, Urquidy threw 70 pitches in 3 innings for the Astros. That's not good. Nonetheless, here are your Jake Odorizzi. I like saying it like that. Here are your Jake Odorizzi numbers. Which one? There it is. Okay. So, let me zoom this in a little bit for you guys. What the hell's going on? What the hell? Well, it's not going to show the. So you can't see it all, but I'll see. So let's look at pitching roll, run support, ball strike count, leadoff inning, or leading off an inning. Let's see, bases occupied, clutch stats. Nope, we just need by inning. Here you go. Here you go, right here. This is what they look at, okay? This is what they look at right here. So you can see innings 1 through 3 right here. This is innings 1 through 3 that is highlighted on your screen. Innings 1 through 3, his batting average is 196, an OPS of 626. That's outstanding. He has an ERA in innings. You can't really see it. It's kind of off the edge right there. But he has an ERA. Actually, let me see if I can zoom out here. Nope, that didn't work. Did that work? There we go. So here we go. So his ERA in innings 1 through 3 is a 2.83 ERA. Innings 4 through 6, a 6.82 ERA. This is why Dusty took him out. You can even see this is inning 1, 2.79 ERA. In inning 2, he's got a 2.84 ERA. In inning 3, he's got a 2.84 ERA. Innings 4, it goes up to 5.74 and 5.79. This is the second time through the order. Once you get to inning 6 with a 13.5 ERA and then a 9 ERA, this is once you start getting third time through the order. This is inning 6, that's inning 7. And this is exactly why Dusty Baker takes him out after 5 innings. Period. Hey, Shelby, love you, boo-boo. Good luck to you and your mama. I hope she's well. Hope you guys are getting better. So if Jake Odorizzi wants to know why Dusty Baker did what he did, well, pull up your numbers for the year, famo. It's right there. Yeah, you're great cruising innings 1 through 3. Outstanding. Love it. But boy, once you start getting later in games, the wheels literally fall off. They just literally start falling off. And it's not even that he's given up the long ball, that he's susceptible to the long ball after that. Look, 2-2, 4-3. Inning 5, he's given up 1 home run. Inning 6, he's given up 4 home runs. That's pretty significant. But he's got 4 there, 3-2. But he's going to pitch in these innings a lot more. So that's why. And Dusty, Dusty's not a crazy person. He kind of is. But the fact is, Dusty's doing the right thing. Could you imagine in a pennant race down the stretch, third time through the order, and Odorizzi gets rocked, gives up a lead? What are Astros fans going to be doing every time with this guy? Why? Dusty sucks. doesn't know how to manage a rotation. But when he does the right thing, that the numbers bear out, now the players are mad. I'm sorry, homeboy. You'll be lucky if you make the roster for the playoffs, to be honest with you. I'm glad the mama's good. Prayers for the kiddo, sweetie. Definitely prayers up for the kiddo. So Ben said he's honestly perfect for an opener type. Might be able to get more velocity out of him if we say only goes 2 or 3 innings. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And they're probably going to deploy an opener scenario type guy in the playoffs. And you've heard this talked about on radio where, all right, what do you do with Urquidy? Urquidy went 3 innings today, 70 pitches. He's not going to go long anyways. Garcia is kind of a similar type thing. You want to get him into games. You want to utilize him. One way to protect the bullpen is to maybe combine start those guys. Well, maybe if you can get Garcia to be your 3rd starter or your 4th starter, then you can just leave Urquidy or Odorizzi as long relief. I've said this before. I think Odorizzi in the playoffs is your mop-up guy. This is what he is. Hey, go out there and give us 3-4 innings. We're down 8 runs in the first. Just get us through the game, man. I don't want to burn the bullpen. Go. You kind of have that flexibility now because I think your 1, 2, 3, if healthy, is McCullers, Greinke, and Fromber. And then you got to figure out what you're going to do in game 4s. Are you going to go Urquidy? Are you going to go combined, opener versus starter? With Urquidy maybe going 2 innings, Garcia maybe going 2 innings, Odorizzi going 2 innings, and then turning it over to the back end of that bullpen, which is pretty stout. All kind of options in game 4. We'll see what they do. I think you could also flip that script and be like, well, maybe Odorizzi goes out and gives you 2, 3, 4 strong innings. And then after that, you bring in Urquidy or Garcia. So who knows? Luis Delea said, do you think Marwin makes the playoff roster? I do, and here's why. I think they like his versatility, and in the playoffs, you need some versatility. If guys get injured, if guys are banged up, late inning substitutions, you can move guys around. When you have an Aledmus Diaz and a Marwin Gonzalez, and you're into the 12th or 13th inning, and you need a pinch hit at bat, or you need to put a guy in for defensive purposes, you could put those guys anywhere. If somebody gets run, right? Somebody gets ejected. You have a lot of flexibility in these guys. That's priceless in a playoff team. And I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but you get into the World Series and now you got to go on the road into a National League ballpark and play some games and pinch hit. That's going to be huge too. Now, Marwin needs to get some seasoning under his belt, and this is why he's here and why he'll be getting some playing time, because they're really going to rest their stars down the stretch. We just saw Bregman big game last night. Not playing tonight. Marwin is. Great. They're giving these guys rest. They're going to be well rested going into the playoffs. And it's a fine line. You don't want to be too rested. Then you can become rest becomes rust. But man, getting a day off here and there down the stretch is going to be beneficial to these guys. I really believe that. And a guy like Marwin and a guy like Aledmus Diaz gives you a ton of flexibility, as opposed to, you just if you got an outfielder, that's all he could play is then maybe 1 or 2 spots in the outfield. You can't, but these guys could literally, you could put Marwin just about anywhere except center field, pitch, or catch. It's true. And the same thing with Aledmus Diaz. Play left, right, play all the infield positions, just not going to pitch or catch. That's a ton of flexibility. So yeah, I think so. Alex Villanueva says, does Chas McCormick make the roster for playoffs? Well, here's where you start. One, it's going to depend on how many pitchers they carry. Right? So that's one. But the way that Jake is playing, I think Chas is supposed to be your starting center fielder because he played so well when Miles Straw was hurt. That's the reason they traded Straw, was because Chas McCormick played so well. And then Spice Boy gets hurt, and Jake Myers is like, oh, no, fam. You're not going to forget about me. I think if I'm the Astros, they probably carry both of those guys. Let's see. Let me pull up a depth chart. And we're past time, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's see. So they have, let's see here. You got to remember now, I'm trying to get up where's my Astros at? There we go. Astros. I'm going to pull up where did it go? Nope, that's not it. Oh, come on. It'll be Astros. Here we go. All right, let me pull this up. No, this isn't it. I just want to show you guys kind of the thought process here. What is going on? There we go. All right, so cut to this. Zoom! So here's the thing about we can kind of go through and predict the lineup, right? So if you look at the roster, now this is everybody on the 40-man roster. This isn't necessarily, you get 26 slots, right? So you got to figure out how many pitchers are you going to carry? How many fielders are you going to carry? Well, you know you're going to carry at least, so you know you've got your starting 9, right? Or your starting 8, I should say. So we know that from a fielding perspective, you're going to have 2 catchers. So there's 2. You're going to have Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Diaz. So that's what? 2, 4, 6. And Yuli, that's 7. Probably Rockin' Marwin, that's 8. You got Brantley is 9. You got Kyle Tucker, 10. Jordan is 11. That means you've got 15 positions left. Now let's subtract our 4 starters, right? So you've got 15 positions left and 4 starters. You've got 11 positions left now because you're going to add Greinke and Lance McCullers and Framber Valdez and pick one of those guys, whether it be Urquidy or whatever, Garcia. So we'll say it's Urquidy. So there's your 4. So what that leaves now is what are you going to do? Are you going to have Jordan? He's probably going to be DHing, but he can play left field as well. But you're going to need a center fielder. So is it Chaz McCormick? Is it Jake Myers? With 11 guys left, if you add both of those guys, Chaz and Jake, that leaves you 9 arms for the bullpen if you go with a 4-man rotation. 9 arms in the bullpen. I think that's fine. I think that's plenty. Because when you look at the 9 arms, we know that Presley's going to consume 1, that leaves 8. We know that Graveman's going to consume 1, that leaves 7. Whoever didn't make that initial rotation of Luis Garcia is going to be on there. That's 6. You're probably adding Stanek. That leaves 5. Odorizzi for his long relief leaves 4. So that's 4 guys left. And you've got, and that includes already having Chaz McCormick and Jake Myers in there, plus your 2 catchers. So I think Siri doesn't make it on this list of fielders, and that's probably it. So then you got to go and decide, all right, is Christian Javier going to be on that list? Probably. Yimi Garcia probably doesn't make it. Brandon Bielak probably doesn't make it. I think Stanek does. I don't think Raley does. I don't think they trust Brooks Raley. So, yeah, and then maybe a Blake Taylor. So there's your, so I guess to answer the question, I think Chaz and Jake both make it because you like the options of speed off the bench as well. Pinch run late in the game. Jordan hits a double. You're down by 1 in the 9th. Hey, Jordan, you're going to come out. We're going to run Jake out there. We're going to run Chaz out there, pinch run for him. So, you like those options. You need some speed off the bench, too. This isn't a fast team at all. I think really what it really comes down to is what are you going to do in the bullpen? But I think they know who the 4 guys at the beginning of the rotation is, and I think they know who their last 3 guys in the bullpen are. Stanek, Graveman, Presley. So, one of the things that I didn't look at was the injury list. You got Castro on the list, so he's going to be obviously your second catcher. Montero, Baez, Taylor Jones. Taylor Jones probably not making the playoff roster. So yeah, Greinke will be back. We hope. Montero, probably not. Pedro Baez, probably not. So there you go. And they got Forrest Whitley on the 60-day IO, but whatever. So yeah, Castro comes back. I think he plays. And Greinke of the ones on the IO. There you go. All right, it's enough Astros talk. I gotta go. I got shit to do. I gotta go do my yard. Luis said, rate from 1 to 10. What's their strength score? I don't know what that means. What do you mean their strength score? Each? I don't know what that means. Ask me that tomorrow. We'll talk Astros in depth more tomorrow. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my sponsors, Dan Seafood and Wings, AP Law Group. As always, bringing you Barry on Deck. Appreciate you both. Thank you for coming back after a 4-day hiatus. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. Enjoyed talking sports and foolishness. Thanks to my buddy Jerome Solomon for joining me on the program as well. That was good times. Really enjoyed his sissy blue shirt. Until tomorrow. Kelly Eco's supposed to, actually, I think he's still on vacation, so no Kelly Eco tomorrow. Maybe we'll definitely have time to do a film session. What's up, Katie? Good to see you, buddy. Glad to be back, Fidel. Thank you. All right. Until tomorrow, do me 3 favors, folks. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. Thank you, Yogi Fish. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the show. It's that home run, Barry. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate your support. All right, Fidel, I'm giving you a 5-minute timeout tomorrow. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Making a YouTube video!